Hello, my name is Greg Santamaria, and I am the Executive Director of the South Dakota Healthcare Coalition. In this presentation, I will be providing an outline of the South Dakota Healthcare Coalition's activation process for statewide emergencies. While this overall training may be focused on a single topic, the activation process for the South Dakota Healthcare Coalition provides a standardized support structure for any large-scale event affecting coalition partners. The South Dakota Healthcare Coalition has its roots in the early days post 9/11, where the federal government provided funding for healthcare preparedness. In these early years, most of the leadership and direction was provided by the South Dakota Department of Health under the Federal Hospital Preparedness Program, or HPP. As the HPP continued to evolve, the state took on an oversight role, and the South Dakota Healthcare Coalition became an independent organization under the federal nonprofit structure of a 501c3. Maintaining its close ties with the Department of Health, the coalition evolved into a single entity with one set of leadership, a formal command center, and 4 chapters that have representation on its board of directors. These representatives develop and maintain an overall strategic plan. This plan includes the comprehensive response plan I will be discussing in this presentation. The 4 chapters of the coalition are divided into geographic regions with their own leadership and specific members, but are part of the larger organization, reporting to a single area command in Sioux Falls, which is identified by the star in the diagram. As the number one rule of preparedness is that all disasters begin and end locally, the response structure is designed in a way that any event beginning locally will maintain the use of local resources. However, all local activations also include notification of the coalition command, who will monitor a situation and make determinations as to the level in which it may activate to support an incident. This escalation relies on many factors and is different in each scenario. The coalition has 4 levels of activation. Level 3 is a monitoring level. This means that if an event is occurring locally, the impacted facility will launch an event in EICS, notifying the coalition leadership, who will begin event monitoring. Should an event show signs of needing coalition resources greater than the ones available locally, the coalition command may escalate to a partial activation, or level 2. Level 2 brings more decision makers into the loop and also ensures that communication is occurring between response partners and affected facilities collectively. Should an event be large enough to affect a large geographic region or threaten to expand, the coalition would escalate to a full activation, staffing its operations center and locking its communications with DOH and other partners. A catastrophic activation would only be activated if a large-scale event occurred that results in a direct impact to one or more healthcare facilities. This shifts the priority objective to focus on the integrity of healthcare facilities statewide and the identification of additional resources for affected facilities, up to and including the deployment of rescue partners to ensure the safety of each facility and its occupants. In this example, you will see how this linkage occurs. In the incipient phase of an event, the Coalition Area Command activates to support its member facilities. During this time, impacted facilities are working with local resources like county emergency managers, fire and EMS, law enforcement, and other partners. At the same time, activations may be occurring at the state level in the EOC or with state officials monitoring. With its connections both at the local level as well as at the state level, the coalition can triangulate communications locally as well as triangulating them statewide. This structure allows for enhanced situational awareness among all partners, whether or not they are directly involved in an incident or on standby monitoring operations. Once notified of an incident, the coalition will begin a level 3 activation. This allows us to connect with partners and enhance our situational awareness. Should coalition leadership determine that the situation may escalate, we would then escalate to the next level, engaging in a partial activation. This would bring additional decision makers into the event and escalate our communication with state DOH and other partners. And should an event threaten to impact a large geographic area, the coalition would fully activate, engaging all of its partners and assets. Should an incident not escalate, or in the case of a mass fatality incident that did not generate casualties, the coalition would de-escalate and maintain a monitoring status until the incident closed. In summary, the South Dakota Healthcare Coalition provides comprehensive communications and resource support to our members and partners. This comes in the form of a solid communication structure, the deployment of cash resources and assets, or simply maintaining situational awareness. This process operates on an escalating scale of response and is available to our members and partners on a 24/7 basis. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me at greg.santamaria@southdakotahcc.org. Finally, thank you for taking the opportunity to allow me to share this short presentation. Thank you and stay safe.